It's the 22nd day of January, 2025. It was 2 degrees when I stepped in the car to drive to work today. I can't tell you what the current temperature is, but I'll look it up on my phone.
I must have been running in and out of hot air, cold air.
It is 7 degrees.
Because I left Frankfurt, it was -1, then it went up to 2, then it went down to -2. So I don't know whether that was just a issue with the vehicle or air temperature was fluctuating that much. But
maybe the vehicle you were traveling passed gas.
Could be. It could be.
Good to have you here. Thank you for watching and taking time to join me, Dan Ramey, the icon, Mike Smith, and cue the camera.
We have a new feature. We can see
Aaron Glandon.
We can
there
see
Mr. Face,
the love child.
Mr.
Doesn't he look like John Lennon?
In
the early
his glasses,
mid-70s, yeah,
the glasses
the beard,
make that happen.
The hair, yeah, John Lennon.
What if I take the glasses off?
Let's see if you can sing like John Lennon. Yeah.
No.
Nobody.
You're not going to hear me sing on the show.
Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Yeah.
Without the glasses, I think it's a little more like Serpico.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know what that is.
You don't.
Serpico, yeah. Based on a true story. Yeah.
Once again, another movie that our movie guy has not seen.
Should know, yeah.
And
Classic,
should know,
yeah.
yes.
I never even heard of that one.
Golly.
Al
But then he
Pacino.
didn't know anything about the Wizard of Oz.
I know Al Pacino. I've seen the Wizard of Oz. I don't like the Wizard of Oz, but I've seen it.
He just likes the flying monkeys. Which my brother was terrified of when he was a kid. Yeah.
Apparently, when I was a child, I was afraid of the flying monkeys, too.
Is that right?
That's what I've been told.
Traumatized by the flying monkeys, yeah.
Had nothing to do with the Green Witch. You know, that was enough to kind of wig me out a little bit.
That's true.
And the little tiny people that were everywhere.
Yeah, the munchkins.
Yes. Should we continue with the program?
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay, all right. Yeah. That means coming up, news and sports in this state in history. But first, Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Yeah, oh my.
Let's look at the forecast for us.
Yes, there is hope. There is hope. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to get warmer. Partly sunny today. A slow warm-up, at least. A high of about, what do they say, 16 today?
14.
14?
Yeah.
Low tonight of 11, so it will not be anywhere near as cold as it was overnight. 11 above tonight. Warmer weather with sunshine returning tomorrow, Thursday, with a high of 30. And then mid to upper 30s expected for the weekend.
I thought about going out when it's below zero and doing the hot water thing again, like I did about 5 years ago, which I don't know if I have that up on Litter Media's Facebook page or not, but maybe I can share that for you just to see what it looks like when you throw that stuff up in the air. Had the sun behind it and everything, and it looked really nice.
Somebody on TV had a picture of they were cooking ramen noodles outside.
Really?
And the noodles froze. It was almost like a statue or something. They're standing up, yeah.
I was surprised and this is even just temperatures in the 20s, how Rice Krispie treats change their texture. They become almost as if it's like peanut brittle in some respects. It just breaks off as opposed to slowly chewing coming off. I mean, it's just like that, what's it called? I can't remember the type of stuff you put into
Milk?
Rice Krispie treats.
Milk?
No, it's that cotton candy type. Not cotton candy,
marshmallow?
But it's, the marshmallow stuff, the liquid marshmallow. That just like crystallizes.
Yeah.
And so driving down the road, I was eating one the other day, and it just like broke right off. I'm like, holy cow.
Did you see where New Orleans and the Florida Panhandle had snow?
I heard they were preparing
accumulating
for it.
snow.
Yeah.
Wow. Strange.
Global warming.
That's right.
Coming up
Or
in a
cooling
moment.
in this case.
Coming up, we'll take a look at news. But first, let's take a moment to tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They are your trusted comfort advisor. And when you want something comfort, you want it to be nice and comfy in your home. You don't want it to be too cold. You don't want it to be too hot, that sort of thing. They can help you with that. And if you don't want it to be wet in your house, they can do that too. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. Takes you right to their website, AccurateHVAC.com.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit DixieChopper.com.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center can take care of your chiropractic needs and your physical therapy needs, as well as nutritional needs, too. Find out more when you log on to littermedia.com. Click on this ad, and it takes you right to their website, HaynesHealth.com. And while you're at littermedia.com, don't forget to take a look at some of the news stories we have available for you there. We're going to talk about some of these stories, but maybe you missed something over the last few days. You can go back and check on that as well, all on our website, littermedia.com, and find all of our social media and other platform contact information in the upper right-hand corner of littermedia.com. First, I want to tell you about the Pickaway County Commissioners. Two of them were in studio with us yesterday, Jay Whipple as well as Gary Shearer. That's Jay in the middle. They were special guests on a special edition of Litter Media Live, talking about the new military drone manufacturing plant to be built on 500 acres just south of Rickenbacker.
They had over 400 initial sites that they were looking at across the country for this and then they picked this location out of 400 sites. So I think that, that shows that we have some, good opportunity there. And so we're happy that they chose our county. A lot of challenges with that, obviously. But I think ultimately they looked, number one, we had the runways there. There's two 12,000 feet long runways there because it was an old military base, obviously. And they could put their facilities right up next to the runways. So that saved them a lot of time and money when it came to transporting these vehicles for testing and ultimately shipment. So that was a big plus for them. We had one building already there that was available that they could start. They need to start production in July of 26. So they needed to get started and ramp up pretty quickly for that initial first phase. So that allowed them to do that. Mm-hmm. And I think they realized that we're close to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which huge military presence there. And so these, way I understand it, a lot of these that they make here will be shipped to there for use and be implemented.
Whipple says they expect about 4,000 jobs to be created in addition to many more jobs to support those jobs.
That's a big deal.
Yes,
That's a big deal for Pickaway County and the region.
And we talked about the security around Rickenbacker Air Base, and I said, you thought it was tight security there now. Right. Wait till this comes along. It'll certainly, because national security is involved there.
Adena Health making an announcement yesterday that they are launching its own ambulance service for patient transports taking place within the health system to supplement the efforts of the private transport service with which it contracts. The new Adena Health Emergency Medical Services was made possible through assistance from an Appalachian Regional Commission grant and additional support from the Adena Health Foundation. Now, the two ambulance fleet will not be used to respond to 911 calls or transport patients to hospitals outside of Adena. The health system will continue to utilize its private transport service partner for external transportation needs. But the new service, they hope to make it on their first run sometime in mid-February. Speaking of hospitals, the Chillicothe Veterans Affairs Medical Center yesterday announced that their 17th annual Veterans Appreciation Night is set for Saturday, July the 19th. They'll have a full day of events honoring our veterans, leading to the Chillicothe Paints against Lafayette's Aviators that night.
If you or a family member or friend need a nursing home and you're searching for one that's just going to be the right fit, you can trust Ohio's award-winning Nursing Home Quality Navigator. The Ohio Department of Aging says the Navigator has accurate, up-to-date information on Ohio nursing homes in one convenient locations for you. Did you know that you can get notified when child support payments are sent to you? This is just one of the benefits of using the Child Support Customer Service web portal. Contact Ohio Jobs and Family Services for more details.
First Baptist Church in Chillicothe has announced their support for a new community initiative which works together to enhance literacy for children through the Saturday School program. The program aims to build stronger connections among families, educators, and the community to empower the next generation. Mark your calendar for the planning meeting on February 3rd at the Ross County Chillicothe Main Library from 5 to 6:30 p.m.
Coming up, a look at sports, including some Halls of Fame information we'll share with you, and basketball and that sort of thing, all just ahead. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389 is their number. If you need a dumpster at your residence or your business, they can take care of that. If you want to find out more, click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. Takes you to their Facebook page where you can see the latest goings-on that they do at Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier. Transactions are getting safer. And you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Time for sports, and we begin with our high school roundup.
And we have some Hall of Fame honors that are going out. And on the local scene, Waverly High School has announced inductees for their class of 2024. This is the 2013 Waverly Tigers baseball team that's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Along with that, they have Joe Crabtree, baseball from the class of 97, Gary Towler, cross country and track from the class of 1979, and Judy Trimble Kroom, basketball and track from the class of 1985. As far as all of the baseball players' teams name, you can find all of those in our website story. Induction ceremonies will be this Saturday night between the JV and varsity boys basketball game against Miami Trace.
And the National Baseball Hall of Fame is inducting 3 new members. And let's see, CC Sabathia on the right, Ichiro Suzuki, is that right? In the middle, and help me with the
Billy Wagner,
the Houston Astro. Congratulations on making it to the Hall of Fame. I was thinking they were going to throw a little Pete Rose in there, but it didn't happen yet.
I understand that Billy's this was the last year for him on the ballot.
Okay,
so he got under the wire, so to speak.
I don't know. Does Japan have a Hall of Fame?
You know, if they do, I don't know.
And would Ichiro be in that?
That I can't speak to. Yeah, Sadahara Oh was the first Japanese baseball player I ever heard of, and that's because he broke Babe Ruth's American record, but that was as a Japanese player. High school basketball last night, there was a number of games that were postponed because they were out of school, but as you can see, a number of schools decided to go ahead and play. There was one boys FAC game last night, Washington over McLean, 56-47. Non-conference, Unioto, they trailed in this game for a while, but rallied to beat Fairfield, 53-49. Ross Christian Academy, we've talked the other day about New Hope, how tough they are. Well, Ross Christian has been turning some heads this year as well. They beat Wellston in double overtime, 79-72. Fairfield Union, Harvest Prep handed Hamilton Township only their second loss of the year, but that was a non-conference affair.
Is that 70-5?
No, that's a misprint on that.
Okay.
I think it was
70
to, yeah, there you go, 70-59.
I thought, what? How did that happen?
That's my bad.
Yeah, but yeah, for the Rangers, only their second loss, but both of those in non-conference. Athens, Fairland, Federal Hocking, Warren, Philo, and Meigs. Meigs is tough. In the SOC3, Minford beat Waverly 67-34. Minford's tough this year. A big win for Wheelersburg over West by almost 40 points almost. South Webster, they're undefeated on the season. They beat Valley in SOC2. Eastern over South Gallia. Western was supposed to play, but I'm assuming that game was postponed because I could never find a score on it. In the Shack, North Adams, Lynchburg, Clay. And in the OVC, Ironton beat Portsmouth.
Our intermediate games of the week, we've got girls basketball tomorrow night. Unioto at Huntington will also have boys basketball Friday as Chillicothe hosts Miami Trace. We'll have coverage for you on Litter Media Radio for both of those contests, providing they're not canceled due to weather. The Ohio State men beat number 11 Purdue last night in West Lafayette, 73-70. The Bucks were down 16, and they improved now to 11-8 on the season. Now, their last 5 games, they won at Minnesota in double overtime, lost to Oregon at home, lost at Wisconsin, lost to Indiana at home, beat Purdue on the road 73-70. A total of 9 points across those 5 games, an average point margin of 1.8.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's being close. How will they do against Iowa Monday? You'll have to find out. It's an 8 o'clock tip, and I think FS1 is going to be carrying that for you. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are in Houston tonight as they will take on the Rockets, and the Blue Jackets skate in Toronto. There's
Is that Jason in the background? I just noticed that on the left of a Stinger.
Well, Jason wears a hockey mask.
That's true. Yeah.
But I've never seen Jason wear a Blue Jackets
that's right.
sweater. So, yeah.
I never noticed that.
Well, technically, Jason doesn't wear a hockey mask until the third movie.
I don't think I've seen any of those. I've deliberately stayed away from those movies, yeah.
Hasn't seen Serpico, but he's seen all those movies.
I haven't seen Jason X.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Or Freddy versus Jason. I've seen the rest, though.
You didn't see Freddy versus Jason?
No. Because I haven't seen most of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I've seen the first one.
I've seen parts of all of them just because of who I'm married to. She loves those movies.
The Friday the 13th movies aren't very good.
I tend to agree with you, but I like to avoid sleeping on the couch. So
this is a classic, honey.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I during the radio days, having to get up so early and everything, I was able to snooze my way through some of those movies. We went to see some vampire movie one time over at the theater here in Chillicothe, and I dozed off about 15 minutes into the match. Now, of course, I snore, right?
Yeah.
I was sitting upright. I was not snoring. I woke up with like 5 minutes to go, and we were discussing the movie on the way home. And I said, well, I really liked that one part where they were doing it. And she goes, that was at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
What did you think of the middle? I said,
yeah.
I don't remember the middle.
Yeah.
Has she seen the new Nosferatu movie?
I can't say yes or no to that.
It's really good.
I thought you said it was really dark. I mean,
it's
wow.
Probably the scariest movie I've seen in a long time, but it's really good.
And it's, again, the title?
Nosferatu.
Okay.
Which it's a remake of the 1920s silent movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The original vampire movie, yeah.
Which was itself an unauthorized version of Dracula because they didn't have the movie rights, so they just changed all the names
right.
and kept the story the same.
and he knows nothing about Serpico. Takes us deep into that stuff,
Yes,
but not Serpico. All right, this date in history is just around the corner. Don't forget, and we'll probably have an announcement here in just a moment to remind you about submitting your Pet of the Week entries as well as your Player of the Week entries. If you got something to let us know about, make sure you send those entries to us and use the email address littermedia@gmail.com.
There is no bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
It's our educational portion of the program. This date in history.
Guess you would call this a demographic section today. 2003. The United States Census Bureau releases detailed statistics on race and ethnicity. The first time such numbers had been released since the 2000 census. And the numbers showed that the Hispanic population of the United States had increased by 4.7% since the last count, which officially makes Hispanics the largest minority group in the United States. So I don't know if that's something to be congratulated on or not, but I'm assuming that it's still that same demographic.
Glad I took a couple of years of Spanish in high school. However, I can only remember little tiny things. To learn that language, you have to live amongst it, I think. That's one thing that our Spanish teacher, Miss Watkins, was our Spanish teacher. Miss Watkins was...
Careful.
Yes.
Well, I was in high school. We didn't have Spanish. They had French, German. I think that was primarily the top two. I think Chillicothe used to teach Latin. Steve Day taught that.
Yeah.
Which is, still a dead language, right?
If you want to be a doctor, you need to know it.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're Catholic, you know some of the Latin language as well.
Probably.
You know, understand what it stands for. But at any rate, back on Miss Watkins for a moment. I'm watching... The Channel 4 did some Columbus Clippers games back in the late 70s. And I want to say that in this particular broadcast, Jimmy Crum was doing part of the play-by-play. Well, they segue into a commercial as they're going away. They put up the score and everything. The two gals in the background of the shot, one of them was Miss Watkins. And I thought, hey, it's my Spanish teacher right there on TV.
Did Miss Watkins ever become a Mrs.?
I don't know.
You lost track of her.
Yeah, I after my sophomore year, I decided I've learned enough Spanish to do me. And to be honest with you, when you got down to conjugating the verbs and all that kind of stuff, it was getting deep, really deep. They had some type of a scholarship test that you could take at Ohio State. And I went up to take this. She took, I think, 3 of we students, and I came out of that test. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I have no clue as to what this and that. And I'm like, we didn't study this. And she said, so how did it go? I said, not good.
Not good. We had kids that had trouble with English.
Yeah. Right. And my response of not good, I should have said the
no
Spanish
bueno.
version. Yeah, no bueno.
Yeah.
No bueno, no bueno, no
What's
bueno.
the ESPN was doing the thing with Berman there for years ago. El Fuego, what is that? On fire?
En fuego.
En fuego.
En fuego, yeah.
And that means on fire.
On fire.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. All right, that's it for today's program. Do we have a special edition coming up tomorrow? Okay. We had a special edition earlier this morning. If you want to learn more about the Zane Trace Sausage Breakfast, which is coming up on Groundhog Day, is that right?
February 7th is the breakfast
7th.
this year.
Groundhog Day was last year for them to have ground hog. So,
right.
Yes.
Have you rescheduled with the Chamber of Commerce yet? You said you were going to try to do that for Thursday.
Ah, that's right. She said, yes, she would be here tomorrow.
So we do have a special edition.
Thursday at 10 a.m. Yes.
10 a.m. tomorrow. Chamber of Commerce.
We'll be talking about the Chillicothe Chocolate Walk.
See, I listen.
Bring a glass of white milk
Appreciate
with
you
you tomorrow,
doing
Dan.
that,
I want
yes.
to get some of that chocolate. Yeah.
I don't know that she's bringing chocolate.
Oh,
with her.
doggone.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be in later.
Have to get your own, bring your own cow.
I'll be in later then.
You can get your own milk and go from there. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Litter Media Live, and thanks for listening on Litter Media Radio.